Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions JP, I'm going to pull 90 of the 100 free pulls that we got to celebrate the latest livestream. And as for what I want for characters, I want Rob to use in the raid. I want Fina, because I'm very close to getting her Trustmaster. And for Vision cards, I want Espers I don't have, like Odin and Tetrasilphid. And then any doubles for anything that I'm working on would be good. But as we watch these polls go by, we can talk about Global versus JP, or rather my feelings on how each versions of the game are doing. And then, but first, I want to ask how you feel about the game. Do you play JP, do you play Global, or do you play both? And then how are you liking it? And then how do you feel about the pull rates? A lot of people were worried about the pull rates before the Global release. But do you feel like they're fair? Do you feel like maybe they're even better than the 2% that is listed there? And then how much have you been pulling? I've been pulling a lot less in this game, a lot less than I was expecting. But it's just how the game is set up, where you spend more lapis in the shop to buy shards rather than pulling the hatcher a whole bunch. And then for those of you that are paying in the game, how do you feel about the prices? And then do you feel like you're getting your money's worth? And then also, how do you like the battle and the... oh, there's a Fina, good. Oh, there's another Fina, great. How do you feel about the battle system and the job and skill system? Is it fun? How does it compare to like past console games that you've played? But first, I guess I'll talk about how I'm feeling about Global. First thing I noticed was that a lot of the updates are kind of ahead of schedule. So like there are hard quests where you can get shards for guys. You can hit that, oh, gold book, great. You can hit that button to like insta start the mission over and over, that's pretty handy. So yeah, they're not sitting on their hands with the updates for the global version, I think. And then the prices are pretty comparable for the lapis and the bundles and stuff. I think two kind of hurdles that JP games need to get over when they move to global is the price of stuff. Let's say Pierce damage card. I guess I can use that. The price of stuff, and then the grind factor. I think players in the West, they don't like to gamble as much as JP. Japanese people love to gamble a little bit too much. But yeah, Western players, they like more kind of guaranteed stuff, like you know, knowing what you're going to get before you spend money. I don't know if that's been very addressed in the global version of the game, but I think the farming is quite a bit easier in global. And that makes this game, or this version of the game, more free-to-play, friendly than the Japanese version. So that makes me feel really good about playing free-to-play in global. But because some elements of the game, the grinding is easier, that also makes the game more affordable. In JP, in order to get Thancred to like level 99, 5 crystals, it really cost about like $2,000, which was insane. But that's not going to be near the amount needed to do it in global, because you can buy them in the shop with a gil, and then also lapis. So yeah, it's much... maybe they looked at how that played out in JP, and they're like, oh, I gotta fix this for global, so maybe that's what they did there. And then as for translations, of course, as with anything that gets translated... oh, that's a new card. That's an M card, but it's very good. It raises the magic for everybody, and then shortens the casting time for the character that equips it. So yeah, that kind of is like 2 cards in 1 for my magic users. But yeah, some of the translations for like character names... oh, there's a rainbow change. Okay, that's a slash damage card, which is perfect for the current meta. And I think that's my second pull of that, so I can upgrade that. And then finally about global, I feel like the official channels, they're sort of anemic as far as information. Like Twitter, their Twitter account doesn't really give any info on the game. And then there's no official like YouTube channel. I don't know if I would watch it or not, but yeah, I think it could be helpful to people. And then next we can talk about how I feel about JP, but I'm still pretty impressed with how they're running it. There's good communication, both in-game and then on the official channels. The rewards are still pretty generous, and then frequent updates. It's one thing to give updates to like fix things. Oh, here's a rainbow unit. And Rob, that is awesome. It's one thing to like fix bugs and stuff. It's another thing to proactively go into there and fix things that maybe players don't even realize need fixing, but which makes things easier or more efficient or something. So yeah, I feel like the JP team is on it, and it's translating to global as well, so it's a good sign. And then every mobile game I feel is like this, but in the beginning, like things are very strict. You have to farm a lot just to get a little bit of materials, and it's slow going, and then maybe it's expensive as well, which is what like Thancred taught us. But at a pretty quick pace, I feel like JP has improved and gotten more lenient and more generous and even more affordable, so this is good. This is a good sign. And then last, I guess I'll talk about the progression of the meta in JP. If you saw my Mediana and Orlando rant video, then you know that the meta, how it works here, it kind of goes back and forth between elements and between attack types. But these first few months in JP, we've seen kind of a concentration on light element and dark element, and then slash type attacks. And I think that's deliberate by the makers of the game. In global, of course, we can see that there's lots of good light and dark characters, and so it's kind of hard to choose like which ones to do. But there's a reason for that, and that's because by front-loading all of these light and dark characters, that's going to ensure that more players have those units, and so they can make multiple raids and guild battles and events and things focus on light and dark characters, which is what most people are going to have, and so more people can participate. So that feels like good design to me. But probably fairly soon we'll see the meta move on to a new element, maybe a different attack type. Right now in JP we're seeing kind of a focus on magic, so that's cool. Magic tanks, magic attackers. Mediana is still very good, but yeah, new characters like Kirufe or Rain or stuff, yeah, they're getting some spotlight. Okay, and I think I managed to fit everything I wanted to talk about here into this video. Last 10 shot. Oh, one last rainbow for good measure. Okay, and that slash damage card again. Okay, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.